Eva Svoboda, European indoor champion over 60 and outdoors under 23. Semi-finalist 2 years ago. She's in good shape this year. But here's the star of this heat, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, the double Olympic champion, the treble world champion. First of 6 heats in the women's 100 metres. Expectant hush around the stadium. It's a solid start from Fraser-Pryce. Look at Muriel Ahore going well, and Svoboda on the far side trying to get that third spot. Fraser-Pryce, Ahore, and I think Svoboda might just have hung on. Wowee! Is that a mistake? 10.81 in the heats of the women's 100 metres, rounded down to 10.80.
Again, if we look from the start, it was actually Matamu who had the best start to the naked eye. But once Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce was into 2 steps into her running, that was it. And really, the last 20 metres or so, she didn't have to work her arms too much. You can see now when we're looking back at the visual how relaxed she was.
Talk about laying down a declaration of intent. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, 10.8. And she might find herself under instant pressure, because there is Marie-Josée Tarlou, world indoor silver last year, double silver in London. She's been there or thereabouts for the last 4 or 5 seasons. Really consistent performer. Daryl Nieter, Olympic bronze in the 4x1 for Great Britain. Right on the money at the start here, because Tarlou is a great performer indoors and out, and she should get a good start in lane 3. They get a clean start, and Tarlou is nicely away here. Daryl Nieter coming through well in second place. Pinto with some work to do. Tarlou from Nieter and Pinto. My goodness me, this Mondo WS track is delivering some lightning quick times. 10.80 in the first heat, 10.86 in the second. This is very, very fast.
It looked like Crystal Emanuel from Canada had the best start over on her right hand side, but when Tarlou got into her running, she's so neat, isn't she? Really aerodynamic, and nothing about her upper body changes, and she was still accelerating as she came through the line, or it looked that way at least, and she still managed to look a couple of times over to her right hand side. No one was there, they were all behind her. And 10.85 seconds.
Marie-Josée Tarlou, a new lifetime best, equally as impressive as Fraser-Pryce in the first heat. Nieter a PB, Pinto inside 11.2, and she's safely through to the semis as well. European indoor champion 2 years ago, Asher Phillip of Great Britain. Now Elaine Thompson, the Olympic champion, the joint fastest woman in the world this year. 10.73, winning the Jamaican title, and the sense of expectation has grown over the last 15 minutes. But remember though, this is only a heat. First 3 are coming back for the semi-finals. Thompson will be the favourite for this one in 6. Well, that's an excellent start from Ombisa Nzangu, and now Thompson just beginning to try and come through. Kellyanne Baptiste running well on the far side. Thompson 11.15. Baptiste got there, and possibly Akinison of the United States was in the mix as well. Not as impressive, but then again, Jenny Meadows, we have to remind ourselves, it's all very well. Good run by Baptiste in second. It's all very well running 10.80. You don't get a medal for running that in the heat. You get it, you hope, for running it in the final.
Yeah, you do. And I think, you know, an athlete, someone like her, she just knows that she doesn't really need to get out of third gear for a heat, and maybe she doesn't expect to. You actually just see, even though she's now accelerated, she just does enough, and she's running very, very relaxed. In fact, that slow motion made it look even more convincing that she was actually taking her time there, Elaine Thompson.
Elaine Thompson will be in the semi-finals tomorrow. Not as quick as the other two. Maybe she's keeping her powder dry for when it counts. Baptiste and Akinison, the other automatic qualifiers. Dina Asher-Smith, one of the season's outstanding performers. English Gardner coming back to something like her best form, which is 10.74. But Fraser Price and Elaine Thompson, the two quickest women in the world this year, are already through to the semis. Now it's the Britain's turn in lane 6 to see if she can join them. Asher Smith fourth from the left-hand side, and it's a good start. She's been running so well since the start of the season. Gaither going well on the far side for the Bahamas. Asher Smith, so good. 10.97. Not quite as quick as Tarlou in the second heat or Fraser Price in the first, but that was a comprehensive qualification, comfortably inside 11 seconds.
Oh, she looks good, doesn't she, when she gets into her run-in. And probably just the last 5 metres or so, she just relaxed a little bit more. She's looking there just towards the inside of her, but again, there was no one there. Didn't look quite as easy as the other two, I think, though. You know, I think those first 2 heats just blew us away.
Dina Asher Smith comfortably through to the semi-finals. English Gardner out-dipping Smith on the line, both of them ahead of Gaither. Xiaojing Liang, Asian indoor champion over 60 last year. Tori Bowie, the defending champion, the bronze medalist from 4 years ago, the Olympic silver medalist. 10.78 her PB, 11.09 her season's best. Makumba, Kambunji, Hobbs, Liang, Bowie, Tenorio, Rosa. Kambunji over in lane 4. She'll be second from the right-hand side. World indoor bronze medalist in Birmingham last year. A very long hold for these world-class women, and Bowie has got a little bit to do because Liang has got out really well, and the defending champion's got problems here. Kambunji running well. Kambunji Liang, well, Tori Bowie qualifies, but not very impressively, and that perhaps has gone more with the script we were expecting, because it hasn't been a great season for the American. Kambunji, though, came through really nicely.
It was Liang, the Chinese athlete. Her acceleration and drive phase was amazing. But Kambunji, we've seen her go over the 200 metres as well, and she just came through to dip it by 1/100th of a second, showing her real strength there. You can see the contrast, the shorter athlete Liang, she's really working hard, but Kambunji, she took the victory. It helps, winning helps when you look at the seeding for the next round. Hopefully she will have one of the more favoured lanes, the middle lanes of course, in the 100 metres, but all 3 of those competitors will find themselves in the semi-finals tomorrow evening.
Mujinga Kambunji then with an impressive victory over the fast-starting Liang. Defending champion Tori Bowie will be there. Medals at the last 3 World Championships. It's a wry smile on the face of Daphne Schippers, the pride of Dutch sprinting. Tiana Daniels then, the US champion. Former US junior indoor record holder over 60. But the star of this particular show should be Daphne Schippers at the top of your picture, running in lane 2. Daniels fourth from the right-hand side. Schippers has got a terrible start. She's really got to get moving here. Daniels is pulling away. Now Schippers beginning to come into her running. Schippers makes it, so too does Daniels. What a good run as well by Gina Bass, I think, to get in the mix. Schippers, though, took more than a little while to get into her running. Look at how much ground she had to make up there on Gina Bass, who was a surprise winner of the African Games title over 200 metres. Now Schippers begins to come through. And incidentally, Amani Lanzico of Great Britain in the centre of your picture there, I think she came through for the last of the next best times. It was 11.32 to make it through, and she ran 11.31, so I think she's made the semis by the skin of her teeth. Schippers has got to work on that start tomorrow. Schippers takes it, Daniels in second, Bass third, and Lanzico does go through as one of the non-automatic qualifiers.